Morning. A1 northbound. Just leaving a lay-by. Not many people are letting me out here. These guys are. Yeah, they are. Good men. Whoa, he was fucking close to me though. Speed on, brothers. Thanks for that. Oh, it's Tuesday today. Well, what did I do yesterday? Yeah, I left alarm went off at 2:30 in the morning, Monday morning. Fucking hell. Still want to be a trucker? 2:30. And I went into work and I was on the road for 4 o'clock. And I'm up to London Gateway. I've got the box off. Got a box on. And then I drove about an hour north. I can't remember where, the precise place. Tiptree, that was it. Fucking middle of nowhere, down some lanes. Loaded in there. There's some very nice people. Very nice people indeed at Tiptree. And from there back to Gateway. Had to wait for an hour to get on the docks. Couldn't get a slot. Couldn't get a booking time. And of course that knackered me up for the day then. I didn't have enough time to really go and get anywhere last night to be able to park up. So, you know, I was shot in the foot really. I didn't shoot myself, but someone else did. So I was hindered. Like I always say, you know, you get to a certain point a day and you go, if I get, you know, by the time I've got past South Mims and onto the M11 and heading north, it's going to be 6 o'clock plus. And you, because there's so little parking, I know I bang on about it, but because there's so little parking, you haven't got a fucking open hill. And so it's just not worth the fucking aggravation. So I just stayed where I was. But that does mean that my alarm went off at 1:30 this morning. So I was on the road for just after 2, heading north. I've got to be in wherever I've got to be for 10 o'clock, which is just south of Newcastle. South of the Tyne, just south of the Tyne I think it is. And yeah, I've given myself plenty of time to do it, which means that I can have, you know, I had a decent stop there, just about an hour. So I managed to get a little bit of sleep, not a lot, just a little bit of sleep. Just enough to, you know, perk me up. And if I do feel the need for another 45-minute break, I've got it in the bag, or I could just get there a little bit early. So, you know. Yeah, we're okay. Mile an hour limit. Slow down, brother. You have the buzzers on your back. Irish boys, they don't give a fuck. So I've got 165 miles to go. So far the say I've already done 136. Diversion on the M11 again, but it's exactly the same one as the other day when I came up here, and so I knew where I was going more or less. Can't quite get the grips of what they're doing here. Roads going off in different directions. Don't know. Now I've either got a bit of hay fever or I've got a bit of a cold. I'm not entirely sure which. I feel alright, so I'm guessing it could be hay fever. And I don't normally suffer from hay fever, excuse me. Every now and again. Very rare, but every now and again. Here we go. Go on then. So last night I did a bit of cab cooking. I still haven't reviewed the footage because I was so tired last night that I was knocked out by 6:30. After curtains drawn at 6:30, I was gone. I was out. So I actually got a good, I got a good level of sleep last night, to be honest. Although I am tired, I'll be finished fairly early today. I've got a reload. Looks like I've got a reload. So I'll be going from here, and the original plan was to go back down to Leeds, get the container off, and probably a new one on. Or maybe keep the same one on, I don't know yet. Who knows? And hoping the reload isn't early in the morning, so I get a bit of a lie. But if it is early in the morning, I don't mind, because that means I finish earlier. Oh, I don't know. Drink the bad about it. It's the best part of 300 mile gateway up to where I'm going. It's a fairly long haul for me. We don't tend to do much more than that. About the furthest. So you American boys go, we do that before nappy break. Well, yeah, you can, but I'm not on the fucking roads I've got to drive on. And at the speeds I can only do, I'm limited to 52.2 mile an hour. On a downhill stretch I can pick up to 56. And that's it. Weather's looking nice at the moment. Downhill 56. Out of speed camera. So, what was I was saying, yeah, I did a bit of cab cooking last night. I don't know whether I got sidetracked then or what happened. Yeah, a bit of cab cooking last night, and I recorded it. But I think all you've managed to probably get is my fat hairy leg and the odd shot of the inside of my wok. So I'm going to look. I didn't get a chance to look at the footage last night. I said, oh yeah, that's what I said. I was too tired. There we go. I'm back to where I am. I'm up together now. I'll have a look later if I'm up to it, and I'll see how rubbish it really is. And if it is really rubbish, I might let you have a look. But I did cook. It's a very simple thing. I love cooking. And you tend to get lazy in the truck. Microwave meals and food you bring from home, ready cooked, just ping in the microwave, which is brilliant. I'm not a lover of ready meals, although there are some nice ones out there. You know, don't get me wrong, but nothing beats home cooking. So I packed a wok at the weekend because we were given a huge wok by the neighbour, and so I've already got 2 woks which I use. So now we've got this massive one. One is sort of really become redundant because I can't fit 3 fucking woks on my cooker at the moment. I need a bigger cooker. So I brought one of the woks with me, and the thing I like about a wok is you can do more or less anything in a wok, and it's brilliant for 1 pot meals on a gas stove. Absolutely spot on. So last night I brought some shallots with me, and I've already got lazy garlic. You get it in a jar, it's all chopped, and it's in a garlicky syrup type, watery type liquid. So keep it in a little jar, take a spoonful of that out, half a teaspoon into your pan, job done. And so I fried those off into no oil, just in a little bit of water. And I pressed the chicken up, fresh chicken, into the pan. Fried that off until it was fairly brown. And then again, I don't like using fucking chopped sauces. You know, sauces that you buy out of a shop. However, when you're in a truck, it's just not practical to be trying to make up a ragu. You know, I can't blend tomatoes up and cook them and peel them and do all of that. It's just not a viable option. As much as I could, I mean, it's technically possible to do all of that. It's just time consuming, and when you've been up since fucking 2:30 in the morning, you really don't want to be doing it. And you haven't got a room, you haven't got a washing up facilities. It's the sort of thing that put you off from doing any cooking in the first place. So I thought I'd try we went Lidl's. I quite like Lidl's, and it was a Lidl's arrabbiata sauce, which is a spicy basil garlicky type sauce, in a little plastic container. And I thought, well, I'll give it a try, see what it's like. The Tesco one, when we shop in Tesco, the Tesco one doesn't really do it for me. It's quite bland. So I thought, well, I'll try it, see how it goes. At the end of the day, it's a bit of sauce and it's sort of, you know, a bit of liquid in it. So I, you know, took the chicken off, browned it up a little bit, not too much, just enough to sort it out, cook it through. Added that to the chicken and the shallots and the garlic, and then I left that to simmer for 2 or 3 minutes, heat all the way through. And then what I've done is I've bought a little microwave container full of cheese and mashed potato that we've had at the weekend. And I'll tell you what, no, we didn't have it at the weekend. I'd made a cottage pie at the weekend, and it was the excess mashed potato. So I thought, I'll put that in the container, stick a bit of cheese on, I'll take that with me to work. That'd be nice. So I had that with my Arrabbiata, and I've got to say that little Arrabbiata, fucking lovely, absolutely gorgeous. And the light, you know, wasn't overly spicy, but you know, Arrabbiata is supposed to be a little bit spicy, and it just had that edge to it. You know, it was nice. It was really tasty. I enjoyed it, and it was yeah, loaded I right out, and I slept like a baby. So yeah, I was happy with that. Easy to clean the wok, you know, and wipe everything down, disinfect it all, especially when you're dealing with raw chicken, boys and girls. And I mean, I've got the constitution of an ox, so. But you know, you got to be sensible about it all. And yeah, I had that, and it was absolutely spot on. I enjoyed that. There's a picture of it on Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, Fat Bloke Travels even. Same as the YouTube name. Just put that in an Instagram and you'll find me. And yeah, I just got my head down after that. I think I watched about 20 minutes of some YouTube, and then that was it. I fell asleep. I was knackered. So tonight, I've either got the choice of chicken curry, and again, there's a in Lidl's they do a range of sauces, curry sauces, by far the best I've ever had in my life. And again, I don't like using jars, but you know, needs must when you're on the road. And they have a little rub, like a little herby spicy mixture in the top of the jar, which you season the chicken and cook with the chicken, and then you add the sauce. And you know, I've got some mixed veg. I've got shallots, and I've got a courgette, and I've got a bit of pepper, so I'm going to chop and chuck in with it. So I've got a curry tonight. I can either have chicken curry, or I can have pasta and tuna with tomato and basil sauce, or I can have I've lost my bit of paper with my recipes on it. I had a list, don't know what I've done with it now. Don't know what I've done with it. There's another one, another chicken dish I could have. Yeah, pasta tuna, or I can have peri chicken, or I can have peri chicken with a load of stir fry veg. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to have tonight. Might have another piece of chicken. So I'll get the chicken. So it's either chicken curry or peri chicken. Love it. And it's pretty healthy. Reasonably. Well, it's better than McDonald's and fucking KFC, innit? Not that I like KFC, I think that's food from the devil. But can't bear KFC. But better than Burger King and McDonald's and that sort of shit. Ah! 152 more to go. Keep on trucking. Well, I'm going to turn you off, listen to some radio, drink some coffee, keep on it. See the grooves in the road here. I don't know if you can see those or not, but it's like fucking train tracks. You either got to stay in them, as soon as you get out of them, you're all over the fucking road. Not nice. So yeah, that's my plan. I'll put you on a bit later and let you know where I am. I reckon. Personally, I'll tell you where I'm aiming to get to tonight. I'm aiming to get to Skelton Lake Services. That's my. That's what I think is potentially possible to do. I don't know if I will do or not, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Because the trouble is, when you get up to Newcastle, when you get up around there isn't a lot of services up around that way, neck of the woods. There's services at Washington, but I think they've only got about 20 odd parking spaces, and they're fucking happy enough, you know. Yeah, fucking rubbish. Anyway, pictures all later. Hello. A1M. Northbound, time now 7:27, sun shining, and we're coming up to junction 41, and you got the M62 going off to the left there. I'm guessing that to the right is a power plant. Have a look as you get a bit closer. I don't know how much I can see, or I don't know how much you can see. See some cooling stacks. But you know what they really are, don't you? That's where they make the Daleks. I don't know how much you can see, I don't know how much I can see. I'm having a look over there, looking to me right here. Looks like a main place to make Daleks to me. Don't like it. So the road's got a little busier. Oh yeah, fucking Dalek factory, alright. I can see all the Gubbinses in there. Yeah, still heading north, 95 mile to go. I reckon we'll be there by about 9:30, 10:15, and hopefully I'll find somewhere to go for a pee. I don't know whether I will or not. 100 mile to go, 2 hours. I don't know if this remains A1 motorway all the way or not. I can't remember. Going through a bit of cloud. I thought it was going to rain at one stage, but just got murky. Now, lovely sunshine. thought the scenery got a bit better up here, which is why I put you on. But what with the embankments either side, you don't get to see much. Driven since I set off this morning, 4 hours 18, and this stint 1 hour 29, so I'll be on around 3.5 hours by the time I get to where I'm going, which is alright. Hopefully get another break in, and then get down the road. Not much to see, so I'll put you back on if it gets a bit more interesting. I'll speak to you later. Hello. Blimey, voice is gone. Time now, 8:11. Still heading north. Around 60 miles to go. Currently on the A184, I think it is. Which is where I was the other day, if I remember rightly. Now around here somewhere, I think it's over to my left, is I think it's Topcliffe Airfield. I don't know whether it's still run by the RAF or whether it's privately owned these days, but it's where I did my parachute training. That's where we did the jump. It's one of the scariest things I've ever done. That was back when I joined up. Yeah, I think it was over there somewhere, over there to my left. I come across my certificate the other day when I was up in the garage having a bit of a clear out. Nice little memento. So we've probably got just over an hour to go. I should be there by about 9:20, I reckon, 9:30. So I've got time for a pee, pull over and stop in a lay-by here somewhere. And but there's two ways to get into it. I can either go straight up here, but I'm pretty certain this is dual carriageway all the way, or I could have gone up the A1M, which is technically dual carriageway, but we know where to stop. So at least this way least this way I've got a lay-by I can stop. More up time. Lovely day up here. Lovely day. It's Tuesday. This road's quiet. Bit misty murky over there. It's like a haze. You got the yellow of the rape. Fields are all looking green. Don't know what that is growing in there. Only a lay-by, so I'm going to give it another 20 minutes, half hour. Yeah, about no, another pull over for 5 minutes. Countryside's nice round here. Castle Harrod and Flamingo Land. The world of James Herriot. Everything's fucking commercialised, isn't it? Coming on at a really slow speed. And nearly caused a problem. Because of that van coming up. I couldn't pull out to the right because he was hurtling up. He just didn't put his foot down. Really? No. Clearly got the acceleration because, oh, look at you now. So I've only got a 20-foot box on the back, and I think it's only about 8 tonne. Just looked at the miles per gallon, 12.4, not bad. Not bad at all. So far we've done 248 miles. Speed wise, averaging 49 mile an hour. Pretty good going. That's very good going. That doesn't even sound right. I suppose it is. wondering how you're liking these longer videos, and thing with the excuse me, the thing with the longer videos is that, you know, I'm only putting a couple up, whereas if I do short videos I can nearly get away with like one a day. But the problem with one a day is the amount of time it takes me to produce those. Not that I do a lot of producing, because I just sort of let it rip. But even so, when you're cobbling together a video every day, there's the, you know, you've got to cobble the video clips together, of which there can be, you know, 4 or 5 clips, and then you've got to put the like the header starter page with the, you know, with the title page and everything. And by the time you've done all of that, you know, 5 or 6 times, it's quite time consuming. So personally, I prefer the longer videos. But you don't get so many videos, if you see what I mean. Yeah. Cafe under new management. 500 yards. Maybe in there, one that's shut. You'd have thought a cafe on a busy main road like this is a license to spend money if you know, if you're doing decent grub at a keen price. But that's the thing. If you're banging out shit food, people ain't going to stop there again. You know, if you've got manky sausages and manky bacon, you know, the cheapest ones you can find because you think you're going to max your profits out, wrong. I don't think I'm the only one that would go, you know, would you mind paying a little extra for proper butcher made sausages rather than really shitty sausages? Because personally, I'd rather pay a little extra as long as I knew the food was really good, like, you know, really nice bacon. And but when you get, sometimes you look at food and go, fucking hell, that's just, I don't think there's any meat in that sausage. You really want a sausage that is at least, well, around the 80% meat point. The rest has got to be made out of rusk and flavourings, because that's what a sausage is all about, really. You know, if you want a 100% meat sausage, well, fuck me, you may as well have a fucking pork chop. So it's no good having 100%. It's not no point. So you want it around 80%. Anything less than that, then you start getting it filled up with what I call bums and bollocks, you know, and the gristly fucking bits and shit meat. Gonna make a sausage, make a good sausage. I was actually last weekend I was looking at sausage making machines. My mate's got a smoker, and he started. I was talking to him in the suit. I met him in Tesco's the other day, and I've noticed on Facebook that he started making smoking different things. He's bought this smoker, but he's also bought a sausage machine. He's been making sausages. They look bloody lovely. And a good sausage machine isn't that expensive. So I don't know. It's something that I might. Problem is, I just don't have enough hours in the day to do. I need to be fucking retired. That's what I need. So I can make sausages all fucking day long. I've got so many things that I'd like to do. I just don't have the time to do them. And these will be the things that I'll be doing when I move to France. Yes, indeed. I've got to play a bit more on the CD today. Forgot all about it yesterday, to be totally honest with you, just remember the date. So as it's still morning, well, still morning, 8:25. Bonjour. Yeah, it's nice round here. I think this is this pub that's up for sale with a campsite. Yes, is it here? Look. Beef tanning, glamping and caravan, 4 acres. Dimbleby. Could have stopped in there for a pee. Another closed cafe, look. Well, they're closed. Takeaway. Don't know. See, they're open there, look. Funny, isn't it? This whole crisis that we've been going through for the last year and a bit now. And yeah, some businesses have gone to the wall, but other businesses have flourished. And you've got to look at it and go, why did they do so well? Well, because they thought outside the box, for one. You know, there's my wife was telling me about it, and I've seen clips of them. The lady up, I don't know where they are, up north somewhere, and she had like a boutique clothes shop, and obviously as a non-essential shop she had to close, so she had to close. So she went online and through Facebook and the power of Facebook, she does these little, like, I suppose you'd call it a fashion show, I suppose, where she, you know, showcases different clothing, wearing it, and you know, do you know what I mean? And she's done so well that she's had to take on a industrial unit to through. She didn't do that. She just had a little shop, and it's gone mad for her, which is brilliant. Now, I'm not saying everybody can do it, but there's no reason why you couldn't. It's just thinking differently and thinking, okay, you know, there's always a way around things. You just got to think slightly differently. And she did, and she's done phenomenally well. And hats off to her. You know, there's been some catering companies around that have done phenomenally well. I like that word, phenomenally. They have done really, really well. And all because they thought outside the box. You know, you look at some of the pubs that have remained open all the way through. And we've got one down by us, and they've got a fire engine which has been converted into a pizza truck, and they do burnt pizzas, and it's parked up in there. It's been parked up in their car park with a big awning type thing. And all the way through, they've been chucking out hundreds of pizzas. Brilliant. Now, I'm not saying that every pub could have done that. But certainly, you just got to look at the opportunities that are there and think, how can I still make money and crack on and stay open? You know, there was a pub, and I know of a couple of pubs that have only just reopened. May the 1st, they reopened after being closed for months. You've got to ask yourself why. Why did they do that? And they say, oh yeah, it was cheaper to do that than do. No, well, yeah, as a traditional pub, yeah, of course it was. But you've got a kitchen there doing absolutely bugger all. And, you know, people still got to eat. People still want to eat. I don't... Come on, in Yorkshire tea, why don't you? You know, you just got to look at it and go, yeah. Which is why when we go to France, and you know, prior to all this happening, we thought that a geek business would be absolutely perfect for us. Now we've got to look at ways of, we're already looking at ways of diversifying on that geek business, whether it's through well, there's lots of different ways, lots and lots of different ways. So it's an interesting thing, and we're looking into all the pros and cons of what we can and cannot do. You know, whether you start up a small plant nursery, or microgreens, or mushrooms. You know, you don't need a lot of space to grow mushrooms. You buy these, you can get, it's like a hanging sack, and they grow out of the sack, suspended from the beams on the ceiling. You just need to have the right temperature and humidity, which is fairly, well, not always easy to control, but you know, it's doable. So there is ways around it, you know. There's other things that you need to look at. So we're looking at all these other opportunities that we can sort of blend in. That if this all happens again, then we're not just stuck because of what's happening. So anyway, that's enough of me. About 41 more to go. I'm trying to find a lay-by in a minute. And I'll speak to you later. Hello. Well, it was only just up the road a bit, and then traffic's starting to build up, and there's a bit of lane changing going on. Well, I'm expecting a bit of fuckwittery. Already had a little bit. Northbound, 50 mile an hour limit. I think we're going over a bridge in a minute. Yeah, we're going over the River Tees. Don't know how much you'll see. That's the River Tees. God knows what that is there. That's cement works. Possibly. Stroke Dalek factory. They're everywhere you go, you know. You're never that far away from a Dalek. Speed on, coach driver. Cut straight in. More 50 mile an hour. Yep. Still got 30 mile to go. Slow down here. Come on, there's no need for you to be doing 43 mile an hour, is there? Come on, come on, come on. I can't even overtake. Big sign, no HGV. That's me. I thought he was going so slow because he was coming off. No, he's just... He is. Yeah, no signal, look. Fucking hell. Turn me lane departure thing off because there's fucking lines all over the place here. It'll just be beeping every 30 seconds. So see these fluorescent bollard things there? No, fluorescent bollards. The tags in the road. Clicking up on those, and possibly the not the white line, but there's like a tarmac split, isn't there? See that? They'll probably be picking that up as well. chilling. Even with these roadworks, we've still got plenty of time. So far. I say it could all go fucking horribly wrong in a minute. Decent lay-by look. I was saying about the the lay-by that I stopped in wasn't really truck friendly, you know. You risk having your mirrors taken out by being parked on. You can't park up any further over to the left because it's grass and there's bollards. But your mirror is, you know, right on the edge. All it takes is for someone to get a bit close and your mirror's gone. And you're not going to get a good night's sleep there if you're having to stay in the lay-by for the night, because you're going to get rocketed by everyone that goes by you. Yeah, so shit design a lay-by. And they could have made it a bit deeper so you're off the road a bit safer. Rattles around when there's only a 20-foot box on the back. You get a lot of rattling going on. Warehouse. Back up to 52. Well, we've gone through the industrial bit, we're back out into the sticks again now. starting to talk a bit funny up around here, isn't it? Good use of solar panels there, look. In the old garage, nice. Loving it. There's a truck park in there. They've got one on the other side. Yep. Nice. And a diner. Okay, diner as well. Beautiful day. Temperature 12 degrees. Still not warm, is it? It's May, and we're nearly halfway through May. I'd like to think it was a bit warmer. We're halfway through May. We've only got another 5 weeks, 6 weeks max. There's a windmill right there with scaffolding around it. We've only got another 5 or 6 weeks, and fucking that's the middle of the year. It's all downhill then. Stay there, Ben. Okay, that's not a nice place to try and come and get in and out of. Oh, fuck. Horrible. Yeah, windmill over to my left. Old Mill Farm. Yeah, mill. Well, this was better coming up this way than the A1M. Takes it to park. Nice drive, the roads are fairly quiet. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a bit about the job, isn't it? You know, I love this. This is good. Now look at my office window. Look at that. Yeah, that's alright. You know, and blimey, my voice is going today. And to be totally honest with you, it doesn't bother me getting up at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't bother me. It's a. I know I moan a little bit, but nah, it's not really. It doesn't really bother me. You know, I'm used to it now. I can call it. You know, like last night I was asleep for half 6 last night. People say, oh yeah, that's the evening. No, well, yeah, it is for some, but not for me. That's the end of the day for me. County Durham, land of the Prince Bishops. What's that all about? Prince Bishops, what's that? Somebody tell me. I don't know enough about the Prince Bishops. Yeah, this is nice countryside round here, nice rolling. was a bit better, a bit wider. One word, that's 3 words there. Well, I think. Well, it might be Henry Wingate or Hutton Henry. Who knows? Who is Henry? Either by first name or by last name. Mile, and I come to a roundabout, I hang a right, and I'm more or less there. My throat is definitely going. There's a bit of a drag here, which if I'm not fully loaded. So this one probably won't look too much of a hill. I don't see very often in the castle, I must admit. Whereas the castles really are on sort of main roads, aren't they? You know, in towns and cities and that. And I don't tend to drive into too many towns and cities. I don't see many from the road. I looked into hiring a tile cutter the other day. If it costs for hiring one for a weekend, I could fucking buy one. Yeah, I think I'll be buying one. We've got to revamp our patio a bit. We had it done on the cheap. We sort of did someone a favour by letting him do it. He was a young lad and he just started up, and we let him do it, you know. Bless him, we had to get his dad in to help him in the end. But no, and to be fair, he did a reasonable job. Yeah, reasonable. I mean, it was cheap. But there's a couple of things that we need to do. And it needs regrouting. A couple of the stones need taken out, and then a big bucket or something needs to go in there to fit your clothesline holder, you know what I mean? So that needs to be embedded in the concrete and then buried, and then yeah, that's yeah. Then the stones relaid, repointed, and well, cleaned before they're repointed, and yeah, away we go. Oh, we want to do some, yeah, around the, yeah, just around we've got a step, and it's not been, you can see the you can see the breeze block underneath. The stones have been laid on, and we've got to decide if we're going to tile. Put some nice tiles on there just to accent it, you know. And we've got to step onto the patio as well, the back gate. So we thought we'd put tiles around there. Yeah, just finish it off, you know, make it a bit more, a bit nicer. Hence the reason for thinking, oh, I need to get a tile cutter really. I've got a tile saw. That's alright if the job's really fine. Like you want to go around a pipe work, which I have done before. You want to go around a pipe, then a tile saw is absolutely essential. I think I can see the sea. I think that's the sea to my right. Must be. I'm sure it is. Yeah. Nice, so I can get to see the sea. On it, and it's no longer a windmill. But the Coney bit ones, there are obviously mills around here. It's arable land, isn't it? So they're probably, this is all wheat, I suspect. I hope I come up round here in the summer. I've been up here I've only been up here in the winter and never been up here in the summer, because I imagine this is all wheat. It'll look lovely. All golden brown. 13 mile to go. Well, you may as well stay with me, I suppose. It's only 13 minutes, isn't it? 15. Easington Services, 4th mile. Look out for truck parking. Park up in there for the night. Depends how busy it is. Yeah, it's definitely the sea over to my right. See it on my map, on my sat nav. It's fucking bleak up here when it's blowing a hoolie. Time now 12 minutes past 9. could have done with a signal just to inform me of his intention. Stay there, my man. I've got no chance to get out. So you pull out in front of me there, mate. Incident support unit. You'll be supporting your own incident. Glad he stayed there. So this road takes me to a roundabout and I hang a right. Seeker. See the graffiti tag there on the bridge there to the right. See quite a few of those dotted around the countryside. We're now in the city of Sunderland. Bit of a drag, and again it probably won't look much to you. Camera deceives. Not heavy enough for it to slow me down at the moment. Pushing on. Get to see the sea. Still to my right. Can't see it myself. If I look out my window I can't see it, so I don't know what we'll see as we come down here. Truck parked on my left here. We're move out a little bit. I had to get onto the white line there. Chesterley Street, Sunderland. Garlic factory to my left. So we're not too far away now, so I think I'll switch you off. Could be some fuckery here, I'm easing off. Come on then. Do I need to be in that left lane? I guess I can be. On our limit. Bringing the speed down. Well, maybe not. No, I need to be in that right hand lane. There's me thinking I was being good by moving into the left hand lane. Wrong! Should have stayed hogging the middle lane for a little while longer. The River Weir we're just going over. Blimey, some old rusty old boat standing there. So anyway, I'm going to turn you off now, so I'll speak to you all later.